Cool. Let's share this screen. Cool. All right. So, welcome everyone to Analytics 201. Hopefully no tech issues. If there's any issues at all, Melbourne, can you just shout out and let us know, and we'll stop and try and push the wires back in and hopefully get it all working again.
Yeah,
okay, so thanks. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for coming again. Here's that picture again that I showed before. I'm just showing it again because I like it. Welcome to the internet. It kind of feels like with these sessions that like you guys are all experts in this sort of stuff anyway, so it's kind of I don't want to I don't know, be saying it like that you've never touched this stuff before, because all of you have. So we'll try, and this session's going to cover some pretty, I guess, advanced tools and stuff from GA, but it's not going to be like, none of this stuff is really hard. But some of the stuff you wouldn't have used before, or you may not have used before, so it'll be hard just because you haven't used it. But then once you dive in, you'll follow it pretty quickly. So you guys are pretty much like the most advanced sort of group that I would have taught these type of sessions to. Like clients and stuff like that wouldn't be quite as advanced as we are. So we'll try and go across some of the more advanced topics as we go through. Please throw out any questions as we go along, and we'll try and make it useful. We've got an hour to try and get through some of this stuff. Cool. All right. So just as an intro, I'm just making a few assumptions here, as this is a 2-on-1 session. So first of all, you have a laptop with you. Everyone does, which is great. You have access to Reprise Oz users. You've passed your GAIQ, which gives you permission to view client accounts. And you have a good idea about Google Analytics already, which I'm 99.9% sure everyone in the room meets all that criteria. But if you don't, can you just close your laptop for now and just follow along with the person next to you? Good. No laptops closing. Great. Yeah. Okay. Right. So again, just a reminder of the qualifications for everybody. There they are. There, the GAIQ and the GTM course. Cool. So the agenda for this session. So we're going to start with a random question. Then we're going to move into universal analytics. Then we're going to go into cross-device tracking, benchmarking. We're going to talk about Google Analytics Premium. There's a few questions about that in the last session. Data-driven attribution and custom funnels. Then we'll move into enhanced e-commerce. We've just recently done our first implementation for Jolique, and we'll go through some of the work we did there. And then finally, we'll talk about dashboards, custom reports, and the Google Sheets add-on. If we have time, we'll build a dashboard in the Google Sheets add-on. Depends how quickly we go. And if we really want to, we've also got stuff on cross-domain tracking and behavioral flow and heaps of other things that we couldn't fit in because we've only got so much time. Let's see how we go. Okay, random question. So, a while ago, this phone call event tracking was not working correctly. Can anyone have a guess at why it wasn't working correctly? No, I don't think it's the wrong number. It looks like it's the right number to me, but good guess. The number changes? Maybe. What, it's like that would be pretty confusing if it changed every time you pressed it.
It changes if you set up call. We've done it for clients over here, but yeah, if it's a 1-800 number, we have some campaigns where the number changes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well that
might be the font difference, but it is spaces between those numbers.
Sorry, could you repeat that last statement? Didn't catch that one.
Are there spaces between the numbers, like 1-800 space 186 space 306?
Yeah, good guess, but no, not in this case. Okay, that's kind of getting close to the answer there. So what was said there was that the event wasn't given an event category, event action, or event label. Yeah, that's not quite the right answer though, but it's definitely on the right track. Okay, so it looks like everyone's a bit stumped, so we just thought we'd throw a hard one out there first to get everyone off balance. So the answer is that code should not have been the top section of code. It should have been the bottom section of code. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between these two bits of code? And more importantly, why they're different. I mean, it's clear you can see the syntax is different, but why are they different?
Is that classic versus universal analytics?
Yes, 100%. Is that Josh in Brisbane?
Yeah, legend.
You're not allowed to answer these questions. You're not supposed to be there. Okay, Josh is right. It's classic analytics versus universal analytics. So, well, yeah, how are you supposed to know that? That's a good question. But these are the type of queries that we get coming through. So none of us really knew why that phone call wasn't working until we dived in and saw what the code was underneath it. And that's the reason. It was classic analytics versus universal analytics. Okay, so can someone tell me what they think the major differences between classic analytics and universal analytics are? Yes, that's a good call. So yes, you can track cross-device. Any others? Data-driven attribution is in Google Analytics Premium, not in Universal Analytics. But yeah, that is definitely some cool functionality that we'll cover a bit later. Cool, let's just dive into a few. So cross-device tracking, as Matthew pointed out, in Universal Analytics you can track someone across their mobile, laptop, desktop, etc. Previously you couldn't do this in Classic Analytics. How you do it is you have a unique ID that you log into the website with, and it tracks you across your devices. So this isn't across your Google ID. This is a login ID that you might have on a specific website. So it's never going to be all the users on a website. It's only going to be a subgroup of users who have logged into that website. That's where it stands now, but it's still really useful. Okay, has everyone heard of the measurement protocol? No? Anyone? Okay, so the measurement, yep, I think that was a yes. So in Universal Analytics, they've introduced this concept called the measurement protocol, and what that does is it allows you to track basically any electronic device or even a non-electronic device to an extent. As long as it can be hooked up to a sensor or a computer, it can send information to Google Analytics and then measure hits for that device or thing. So in this example here, we've got appliances in your kitchen. Potentially your toaster or your mixer, whatever it is, could have a sensor attached to it, and it can be sending information to GA about it. So you can track how much toast you had, how much food you ate after a big night at the pub or whatever. You can have that going to Google Analytics. Couldn't do that in Classic Analytics before. Okay, another thing that is introduced, unfortunately, is increased spam. So the reason why there's increased spam is because of the measurement protocol. What happens with the measurement protocol is it's just a line of code, and all it requires is that it has your UAID. So what spammers have come up with is just start sending random UAIDs out with this measurement protocol, and then eventually grabbing a hit somewhere, just randomly. And then that information is then appearing in your Google Analytics spreadsheets interface. So what they spam it with is like links to, I don't know, free casinos and whatever else that they spam it out to. So that's a problem. But the benefits are clear as well. You don't actually have to have a computer web page to send this information through. Okay, cross-device tracking. Okay, can everyone please go to the target cross-device tracking view in Google Analytics? So anyone who's got a Reprise Oz user's account should be able to go to this view. Target. So if you just search for target, and then there's a view here called cross-device tracking. Good feedback there. Cool. You'll come into this view called cross-device tracking. So is everyone in there? Can you raise your hand if you're not in that view yet? Okay, there's a few people not in yet, so we'll just wait for them to join in.
Hey Scott,
Yep. Yes, Rowan?
No.
Okay. It looks like Rowan is pulled out. Hopefully he comes back in. There's the link. We'll still be going. Cool. All right, I'm going to assume everyone's in the cross-device tracking view now. So in cross-device tracking, you have some extra reports that aren't available in other views. So under audience, there should be a section called cross-device. And under cross-device, you have 3 new reports, one called device overlap, device paths, and acquisition device. Can everyone just go into that section and click on device overlap, please? So I'll do the same. I'll scroll down into cross-device, click on device overlap. Cool. All right. Does everyone see something like this on their screen? A couple of big squares crossing over and stuff like that. Okay. Can someone point out something interesting about this device overlap? Yes, that's a good point, Matthew. So, why is that interesting? Because it's so small, right? So, what can you say about target users from this information? Huh? Yeah, that's right. So they're either starting on their mobile and staying on their mobile, or on their desktop and staying on their desktop. They're not moving from mobile to desktop and back again.
That 0.39% of all their web services, or is it 0.39% of people who are able to track cross-device because they're not getting too much, meaning no one's logging to target?
Yeah, good question. So the question was, is it 0.39% of all users or of just logged in users? Yeah, the answer is logged in users only. So this is only a subsection of the website. And with a lot of these things, we don't get the full picture of people on the website. We don't capture cookies for everybody who's on the site and things like that. So it's going to be indicative, but it's still useful information. Yeah, okay. Rowan, if you're on the line, I'll respond to that at the end of the session. Thanks. Okay. So let's just jump back to the presentation. Okay, so we spoke about device overlap. Okay, can you go to the device paths report and tell me what the 3 top device paths are for target? Christina, what are the top 3 device paths? It's loading. Okay, I'll give you a second till it loads. Yes, good work. So Mike's all over it. He's killing it. Yeah, he's right. It's the single device paths as was shown in the device overlap report. So it's as we expect. So this is interesting. We're actually going to be doing a case study for Target coming up with a Christmas campaign. And one of the ideas was to talk about cross-device use for Target. Well, clearly there's not much cross-device use going on, is there? According to this data. How accurate this is, and there's some other information behind that causing that we need to investigate, but definitely something to consider for us. Okay, benchmarking. Okay, could everyone go to the benchmarking section? It's in audience still, and it should be under the custom report. So it's just in here. Under custom, there's a section called benchmarking. So under audience, benchmarking, and just click on any of these reports. So what we can see up the top left is industry vertical. So what benchmarking means comparing yourself to something else, right? So what do we compare our data to? Well, we tried to compare it to something that we're similar to, right? Or maybe historical performance or whatever it is. So if we're a shopping website, then this might be a good industry vertical to choose. If it's not, maybe we're computer and electronics or finance or whatever. So we can change that here. Let's choose, I don't know, auto vehicles. Yeah, I'm just going to choose something weird. I don't know, classic vehicles. And then you can choose which region you want. So obviously, some of these regions are quite small. Some of them don't have data yet. So it's sometimes a good idea to just leave that on all. But you could just choose Australia if you wanted to. And let's go all regions. And then you can choose the size of the website according to daily sessions. So usually comes up with a recommendation for you, but you can change it if you like. We'll just leave it at that for now. Okay, this is not looking great because there's no data for classic vehicles, I don't think. So why don't we try? Okay. Can everyone? I'm in the cross-device tracking report still. Can everyone go to the global target view instead? So in that box up there where I just clicked. Hopefully we get some data come through. Okay, in here just click target and then look for global target and then click on that view. This one here, global target includes W blah blah blah. Okay, let's change this back to something that's going to be relevant, like shopping. And yeah, cool, we're starting to get some data coming through now. So it's showing how target is benchmarked against the shopping vertical in all regions with web traffic bigger than 100,000 per day. And yeah, we can scroll across here and see that it generally has more pages per session, a lower bounce rate, etc. So you can go through these metrics and discover stuff, how target compares to its industry verticals. Okay. Cool, we've gone over that. I'll just quickly go back into that for a quick sec. So it doesn't have to just be channels. You can do it by location. So in this case, it's mainly Australia, but if there's other locations in there, they'll pop out here. And you can also do devices as well. So here we go, mobile, tablet, desktop, etc. Really useful. This isn't just for GA Premium or anything like that. This is across all GA. Cool. Okay, so GA Premium functionality. Data-driven attribution. All right, so if you're not in this view yet, can you go to the target, global target includes www shop and all domains view? And I'll just jump back into that view again. So how you find that is obviously various ways. You guys are all pretty good at GA, but normally go to home, press target, and then there it is, bang, in the view. So while that's loading up, go back to the presentation. Okay, so in this view, if you scroll right to the bottom of the page, now target's on GA Premium, as we know. So these are going to be GA Premium reports we're looking at. Down the very bottom of the page, there should be, under conversions, a section called ROI Analysis. Can you click on ROI Analysis, please? Yeah, sorry. Click on Attribution, and then under Attribution, there's a section called ROI Analysis.
Yeah.
So can everyone see that? Is there no one that can't see that? Cool, everyone looks like they can see that. Cool. So if you click on ROI Analysis, you get this view here. Okay, all looking good. Now what we're interested in here up the top is the attribution model. So it's automatically at the data-driven model. If we click on that, we can see there's different types that you guys would have seen many times before: last interaction, first interaction, linear, etc. The data-driven model, I'm not going to explain the mathematics or whatever it is behind it because I actually don't know, but we just know that it's a lot more accurate than just focusing on last click or first click. It's going to give a more accurate impression of the channel's impact on transactions. Cool. All right. So if we're in the data-driven model, can everyone please click on paid search? Cool. So it's taking a bit of a while to load, but what this is showing is you can dive into the channel. So you don't have to just look at page search as a group. You can start looking at within that. So what I want everyone to do is to click secondary dimension and add campaign as a secondary dimension. But just as I've done there, click on secondary dimension and then type in the word campaign and then click on campaign. Could this be going slow because everyone's on the same user? But it's not this slow when I do it myself. So why would that be affecting my connection? Cool. All right, that's appeared. Okay, so now we can see the different campaigns, how they perform according to data-driven attribution. So if I click on the data-driven ROAS and wait another minute, that should give us the top performing campaigns according to the data-driven model. So apologies guys for the delay in the internet speed. Not really sure why that's happening. If it keeps going like that, we might just have only me run through it maybe, and then otherwise it'll just be really slow on everyone. Cool. All right. So I'll just run this section now because that was really slow loading. So just try and bear with me what I'm doing on the screen. Okay. So what is common about the top 10 campaigns here? Someone shout out.
Brand.
Yep. Good call. They're all brand except for which one?
PLA.
PLA, yeah. The toys are RLSA. What does RLSA stand for? Remarketing for search ads. Cool. So basically, brand goes really well, but the RLSA is the next highest in that list. Cool. All right. What I wanted to show you was model comparison. So this is the same thing as what we saw before, but you can actually compare different models at the same time. So we've got last interaction here. So why don't we throw in the data-driven model, and then why don't we throw in another one, which I guess my screen has stretched it down here. Yep. Let's throw in the linear model. Cool. Okay, so you can see on the screen here, it's automatically comparing these models. So if we go to paid search again, and if I type in campaign as a secondary dimension, and I look at that top one again, the brand. Oh, cool. Screen's melted away. Okay, my screen's gone grey there, which is not great. But basically what it's going to show is the difference between each of the models. I've already got that on my PowerPoint, so I'll show you what they were. You can see down here in the bottom right, so the data-driven model is 16.94% improvement for that campaign, and the linear model is a 7.44% improvement. So this allows you to quickly compare the different models, but also more importantly is that it gives you access to the data-driven models, so then you can start really seeing which of your campaigns were more valuable compared to the other ones. Okay, I've got a quick question for everybody. Can model comparison be used for non-GAP accounts? Yes. Cool. Well, there's your answer. Yes. But is data-driven attribution available for non-GAP accounts? No. Cool. So it's still useful, but you're not going to be comparing the data-driven model. Cool. All right, that was data-driven model attribution. Okay, custom funnels. So this is some pretty cool new stuff that's only available in GA Premium that we've been working on. Okay, so can you go to this view, the global target view, if you're not already in there, and go to admin settings and look at the goals that are in there. So I'm already in the view. So I'm going to click on the admin settings and I go to goals. Cool. So this is a list of goals and stuff that we've got in there. Unfortunately, with this access, we can't add a new goal. Reprisal's users is just view and read at the moment, but with admin access, you can add in a goal. So I'm going to jump back to the presentation. Okay, this is what the screen looks like when you want to add a new goal. So what I'm going to describe now is a goal funnel. When you create a goal, you choose what type of goal it is. In this case, this is a destination goal. Can someone tell me what a destination goal might be? What is a destination goal?
Like a landing page?
Yep, yeah, or a thank you page, yeah. So it's a page, it's a destination. It's not an event, it's not time spent on a page, it's somewhere where you go to. Okay, with the goal funnel created this way, you can only create a goal funnel with a destination type of goal. You can't create it with an event or a timer page or anything like that. You cannot have events as steps in the goal funnel. You can only have pages as steps in your goal funnel. And the resulting visualization you get from this, which we'll have a look at, it's not very interactive and you can't use it to create segments, etc. So this is where custom funnels is going to come in. It's not just with pages, it's with events and other things. Okay, so this is what the goal funnel visualization looks like. I'm not sure if you guys have delved much into this report, but why don't we do it now? Can you please go to the conversions goals funnel visualization report? Hopefully that doesn't take ages for everyone, but we'll see. So under conversion, goals, funnel visualization. Cool. Okay, so question, which step had the biggest drop-off for the checkout complete funnel? I can't see the delivery part there. Yeah, there's a few details, but which one? Payment details? Yeah, that's right. So payment details had the biggest drop-off. All right, so have a look at that funnel on your page. Can you click around on any of those items? Can you add a segment to it? Is there anywhere to do stuff? No, there's not. So you'll see there's good information there, but it's not very interactive, and yeah, if that doesn't have what you need, then you're without luck. Okay, can everyone please go to the customization tab which is right at the top. You've got home, reporting, customization, and admin. And then under customization tab, you should see facet custom funnel. And I'll go to that too. So the customization tab, and then there's a report called facet custom funnel. Okay, cool. So what we have here is a custom funnel. So I'm going to go back to the report. You guys can look at this in your look at the GA version of this. I'll just do this on the screen. So this funnel has been created for Target. The first step of the funnel is the home page. The second step of the funnel is an event called facet size. So I don't know if you've been to the Target website, but there's a section where when you're choosing your product, you can click a checkbox, which is a facet for the size of the item. The third step in this funnel is product page. So this is just like a page. Add to cart is a button or an event, and then completed transaction is the end of this funnel. Okay, so we can clearly see that this funnel has a mix of events and pages in it, which we couldn't do before. So this is a step up. Cool. The other cool thing is that this works historically, so you don't have to wait for data to start appearing from now forward after you've created this funnel. This will work retroactively on all your data you've got. So you can pick up a funnel right now and just compare it to what actually happened in the past, which is really cool. You can also apply segments to it. Now we saw that other report, we clicked around, we couldn't add segments to it, we couldn't do different things with it. This is the same funnel but with only paid traffic going through it. Pretty cool? Now, we'll go through this in the enhanced e-commerce bit, but we may as well do it now as well. You can actually create remarketing lists based off this custom funnel. So I'll jump back into GA. So if I click on this arrow, it comes up with the option to create a new segment. If I click on create new segment, I can call it, I don't know, custom cart abandoned. And I can choose my view. Let's just do it for this view. And then I can create segment. Once that segment is created, then I can go into the audience portion of the admin section and link that to AdWords, and there's an automatic remarketing list created from that segment. So clearly, way more functionality than in the old method of doing funnels. Okay, the setup of these is really easy. If you want to now, you can just go to New Custom Report, and then you'll have a layout like this to the left, and you'll have 4 options. So you'll have Explorer, Flat Table, Map Overlay, and a new option called Funnel Beta. So just click on Funnel Beta, and then you can add steps to the funnel. So it's pretty easy to follow from there. You just add your step. In this case, I've set the first step to include all landing pages equal to /, which is the home page. Then the second step I've said include all event action equal to, in this case, click recently viewed, but it could be whatever you want, right? The thing with the custom funnels is you can only use 5 steps, which is just the limit that they put on that. But yeah, some awesome functionality there.
Scott, did you say that this was only available through Premium?
Yeah, it's only available through Premium.
Okay.
So we're looking at Bunnings and Target at the moment, the only 2. If anybody has some good ideas on how to use these custom funnels, can you please send them through, because I'm not really sure myself, and it's pretty new stuff, so we're still working with them. Yep. Cool. All right, thanks, guys. Okay, so that was some stuff for GA Premium. So let's do some enhanced e-commerce stuff now. All right, can everybody please go to the following view? So Jurlique Analytics, United Kingdom, www.jurlique.co.uk. So I'll just leave that up on the page, and you can search for that in your GA account. Cool. Looks like most people are into that, so I'm going to jump in as well. So I'll search for reporting. Julie. Cool. All right. So once you're in there, can everyone please go to conversions and then e-commerce and then click on overview. Okay, you should see a page pretty similar to this. Okay, so this is just saying whereabouts we can find those reports. Okay, so this is the e-commerce overview. Okay, so I've got a question for everyone. See these numbers that I've highlighted here? Transactions, campaign transactions, and auto coupon transactions. What is the difference between these three numbers? And where can we check this? Is anyone willing to have a guess on the difference between these three numbers?
So the marketing one will probably be paid search. The one on the right would be whoever uses coupons or whatever affiliate fee to do the transaction. Probably take.
Yeah, 100%. So Daniel, Matt has got it right. The campaign stuff it's not only paid search, it's anything that's a campaign. So anything with the parameter UTM campaign. So it could be an email or it could be whatever, but generally it's paid search, like you said. The coupon transactions are any transaction with a coupon. So you know when you're in a checkout process and you can enter in your coupon, blah, 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 that information is stored in enhanced e-commerce. 140 is the total transactions. Okay, this is cool, but if you want to check this, you can actually click on the campaigns and it will take you directly to the all campaigns report. And you can click on the auto coupons and it'll take you directly to the auto coupons report. So let me do that now. So see here, if I click on that, it's taken to me to the campaigns report, and I should see 68 transactions. Bam, there we go, 68 transactions. So I can look in a bit more detail if I need to. Cool, so if I go back to the overview now, and if I click on order coupon code, that's going to take me straight to the order coupon report. Now, it's got 158 transactions, not the 33 from before. Why doesn't it have 158 report in the report? And it has 33 instead.
Because of the not set number?
Yes, that's right. Not set. So if there's not set, there was no coupon for that, so it wasn't a coupon type of transaction. Great. All right. Yes, good question. There can be some linkage issues as far as coupon entry and stuff is confirmed. So, yeah. The question was, why doesn't the total number of these transactions, it was 168, I think it was, or 160? Was it 140? Okay. I mean, it was in its ballpark for what this number is, but yeah, what we'll see as we look through these reports is there will be some anomalies, and that's because of the setup of e-commerce on their site. There's a few reasons. I won't go into full-on detail, but basically you can have different types of product SKUs. So you might have like a parent SKU, and then you might have size variants under that, so small, medium, large. And sometimes they don't connect all the way through the checkout process, so some might drop in and out. So that needs to be looked at from the dev side of things. Okay, cool. So we looked at the marketing and order coupon transactions. Cool. Okay, let's go have a look at the shopping behavior report now. So under the overview, there should be a report called shopping analysis, and then under that there's a report called shopping behavior. So we just click on that. It'll give us that funnel type of view we saw before with the custom funnels. Okay, so what it's showing us is all sessions, and then sessions with an add to cart, and then sessions with a checkout, etc. Okay, this is all really useful information, but the coolest feature of this is you can click anywhere within the funnel and automatically create a segment based off it. So again, like we did before with the custom funnel, we could choose the sessions with a cart abandonment. We could click on that, create a segment for this current view, create segment, and then it would save that segment that we could then analyze or use as a remarketing list. So we're not going to do that now, but just to show you how you create that remarketing list, I'm going to have to jump into my other account. Sorry. What you do is you'd go into admin, and then under admin there's a section called remarketing. So you just click on remarketing, and then you click audiences. And then under audiences, you can click new audience. And then you choose which AdWords account you want to link to. So let's say it's, I'm just going to pick one out. Let's say it's this one here. Then you click next step. Now you can use recommended audiences like the smart lists that are pretty smart. I'm not exactly sure what they do. I think they learn from your users as the most potential to buy stuff later on. So you can use them, or you can import a segment. So then you can go back in and search for the segment you created, called, well, it was just the default name for, but cart abandonment or whatever it was. Choose that, and then save, and then you're ready to go. Oh, and then you choose membership duration as well. So was it in the last 30 days, was it the last 10 days, the last 50 days, whatever. And then, yeah, you're right to go. You've got a remarketing list ready to go for AdWords. Cool. So I'm going to cancel out that. Yeah, cool. So here's an example of the cart abandonment remarketing list that we just created. And then this is how you go into audiences and create that. Okay, can we look at the checkout behavior report? Back into reporting. There's a report called checkout behavior. Right underneath shopping behavior. It's the same sort of thing. So we've got a funnel. So those arriving at the checkout, 253, 17 left at that point. Okay, there's been an increase to log in or register because in this particular website people can already be logged in, and there's some issues in terms of the numbers joining at that step. But as we move across, we can see the drop-offs of the various places. Here there's a missing step because there's an accordion style of checkout, so some of the steps you don't actually have to go through if you've already put in your shipping information before. So we can see here the shipping method continued section. 14 people have dropped off here, and we can remarket to them or whatever. Okay, so that's cool. So what I want everyone to do is on the user type drop-down, could they select that and then enter browser into that drop-down? So highlighted here on the slide, under user type, just select the drop-down and then type browser in and then select browser. Okay, once you do that, the funnel is going to change into split by browser. Is there any ideas on how why this might be useful? Yep. Yep. So straight out the back there, yeah, there could be compatibility issues with some of your browsers. Let's say Internet Explorer, nobody's reaching the end of the checkout process. You know, this would be good information to sort that out. Cool. All right, next step. Can everyone please go to the internal promotions report? So it's still in the enhanced e-commerce section, but there's a report called internal promotions. Can you find it? Yeah, under marketing and then internal promotions. So I'll just jump in. So under marketing, then internal promotion. Okay, so my question is to you guys, what is an internal promotion? Does anyone know the answer to that? No. Yes, but no. Yes and no. No.
Is it a message served to someone who's already converted? So once they get to the thank you page, there's another offer that they get served?
Yeah, that would be an example of one, yep. Yeah, so just following on that theme, the main internal promotions are the ones on the home page. So the person has already arrived on your site, so in theory they have converted if that's where your conversion is, but it's not. I think converting would be more buying a product, but still it's relevant. An internal promotion generally in this case is if you go to the home page, there's a lot of banners promoting various parts of the website. So they might be blogs or products or whatever they are. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We can see the views of these internal promotions, clicks and transactions, etc. Okay, so which of these internal promotions had the highest transactions and why? Yep, Rosewater Balancing Mist is one. And the other one is Moisture Replenishing Day Cream. Why do you think these two had the highest transactions? Yep, yeah, they're probably on the homepage. Most of these are actually on the homepage. I'll help you out. So these are clearly types of products. So they're not a blog, and they're not an informational type page. So if you click on a product, you've got a chance to buy that product, right? But if you click on a blog, you don't have a chance to buy the blog, right? Buy the blog. So then it comes to the final question. Should these items figure more prominently on the homepage as an internal promotion? Do you think they should, or they've got more transactions, right? Well, we could probably have a debate about that, but it depends on what you're using your promotions for. Do you just want to sell as much crap through the homepage as possible, or are you trying to drive engagement through your blogs and get people clicking on various things? So clearly, a lot of these promotions are driving engagement, and the selling of products should occur further down the funnel once they've sort of read about the products and stuff like that. So the answer to this probably would be no, but it depends on what kind of site you're running. Yeah. Okay, can everyone change view now and go back to the target global target view, please? And then under Enhanced E-commerce, go to the product detail report. And then once you're there, hit the shopping behavior tab. So I'm going to jump in and show you where it is. So under e-commerce, there's the product performance report, and then there's a tab called shopping behavior. You've got summary and then shopping behavior. So shopping behavior is up here. So we click on that. Cool. So the screen's a bit small, so I have to scroll down. Okay. Now click on buy to detail rate so we can sort by buy to detail. Sorry, I'm still in the Jaleek view, so I'm going to go to target. Target view. Cool, and then we'll sort that out. Sorry, done. Cool. Okay. Can someone tell me why buy to detail rate is a useful metric? What is buy to detail rate? Yeah, someone's hovered over the explanation there. So right, yeah, unique purchases over the amount of time someone has viewed the detail of a page. So these are picked items that convert very quickly once somebody has viewed the detail. You notice anything interesting there?
You don't need to view the details to buy the product.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. Maybe you don't. That's not the interesting thing that I'm seeing on the table right now. Do you think 875% is a high number?
Yeah, there's 100 purchases from only 12 product views, so
Yeah, so that doesn't seem to make sense.
yeah, they might be buying more than one product though.
Yeah, they might be. So I don't have the exact answer as to why that 875% is occurring. We've seen it due to errors in some of the code that's been put on the pages, but there's another good explanation there. Maybe it's because they're buying multiple purchases from the one detail view. I'm not sure that would be it, but that could be it. Cool. All right, we're going to quickly jump back to the presentation. Okay, so a few things to note with enhanced e-commerce. Enhanced e-commerce is not just a button switch in GA. It requires code to be deployed on various pages of the site. The checkout section, product detail pages, the promotions pages. Basically all pages of your site need to have some sort of code on them to track how people are interacting with your e-commerce store. Also, tags need to be deployed from GTM to move information from the data layer to GA. Although potentially some plugins might do this for you. Cool. All right. We're pretty much. Sorry, no. So enhanced e-commerce is not GAP only. This is free version of GA can use enhanced e-commerce. So if you've got an e-commerce store, you should be using this. However, can be difficult to implement. So, all right. So guys, we've pretty much run out of time. There's a whole dashboard section here. I'm not going to go through it in detail, but what I'm going to do is quickly go over the Google Sheets add-on that we use, because I think it's interesting for you guys, and you might be able to use some stuff there if you haven't yet already. So just ignore all this stuff here. This is all the easier dashboard stuff that we've used before. But here's an example of the Google Sheets add-on dashboard. So you can make dashboards like this in Google Sheets by pulling data directly from GA. And so we'll see how we do that. So you choose an add-on in Google Sheets called Google Analytics. And then from that, once it's installed, you can hit Create New Report, and this drop-down will occur. And what you choose then is your account. In this case, I was doing it on USQ. So you put in your property name, your view name, and then what metrics and dimensions you want. So in this case, I was choosing some mobile device types, and session numbers, etc. Then you just select Run Reports, which is this bit here, and it'll automatically make a sheet called Report Configuration, which will just pop up in your sheets, and it'll look something like this. And then, you select Run Reports, and a new sheet will pop up with the mobile device types, because I selected that as my dimension, and then all the different types of metrics I've selected there. So from this, then I can build a separate spreadsheet in Google Sheets with a dashboard, graphs and whatever that's looking off this. Cool thing about this type of reporting is you can set it up on a schedule, so it will run daily for you if you wanted to. I think you can email it as well. I haven't looked into the email a bit, but you can definitely have the data updating on a regular schedule as well. So I recommend this to everybody. It's to go into Google Sheets. I'm pretty sure Reprise Oz users already has it installed. Reprise Oz definitely does. And start playing around some dashboards if you want to start building up some. I saw Matt was building some stuff before. Maybe this could be useful for that. Cool. All right. So that's pretty much the end. We don't have much time left, but if there's any sort of quick questions, we can quickly go over that. Otherwise, maybe we can sort of have a follow-up over email or something. All right. Cool. Any questions from Melbourne and Brisbane and Perth?
No, we're good.
Yeah, no, that was good. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. That'll be the end of it. Thank you. Cool.
it.